in San Francisco, California, the Golden State, where we anticipate a great matchup. Damp and cold conditions in the forecast for tonight's matchup between the SMU Mustangs and the Boston College Eagles. And here come the Eagles. Brad Nessler, Lee Corso, and Kirk Herbstreit along with you. The excitement's building up for the start of this bowl game, and it looks to be a great game filled with heartbreaks and celebrations. The Mustangs are going to have to play a great football game if they expect to win this one, Kirk.
Well, I think you're right about that, and I'll tell you why. SMU is going to have a tough time defending this rushing attack and this running back. It's very important that they shut him down and keep the ball out of his hands if they expect to have a chance in this game.
I agree with you, and I'm going to tell you why. Boston College loves to run the football, and then that's how they win ball games. I think they're going to have a big game on the ground today. And, Kirk, I agree with you. I think they win this one, no problem.
Well, thanks, guys, and it looks like we're ready for the coin toss. And they're ready to kick this one off. Kicks it off. Number 30 takes it at the 8. Little shake and bake move. They throw a flag.
Holding on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
They'll start this drive at the 19-yard line. The Mustangs put 4 men up front. He drops back. He's looking for his man, and it's caught. Number 4 brings him down at the 30-yard line. And a nice catch coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, this is a good job of the quarterback reading the coverage downfield and realizing he had to dump the ball to the running back for the big gain.
First and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. SMU comes out in a 3-4. Number 2 with a nice play fake. Number 29 makes the catch, and a nice catch by the wideout that time. Second and 2, ball on the 38. They'll use a 4-4 defense here. Number 1 with a takedown at the 42-yard line. The halfback runs for 4 yards. It's first and 10, ball on their own 42. The Mustangs line up in a 3-4. Little handoff. Number 35 brings him down at the 48-yard line. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there. Second and 4. This is the 5th play of this drive. The Mustangs line up in a nickelback. Number 2 drops back. Looks, throws it out there. Incomplete.
Number 20, the intended receiver on the play.
Third and 4. 6th play of this drive coming up. The Eagles go with the I formation. Number 2, hands off right side. That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there running the football by this guy.
First and 10. Ball on the 43. The Eagles come out in the ace formation. There's a flag on the play, and he's taken down at the 42-yard line.
Got an inverted face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
It's second down and 4 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. They're lining up in the 5-2. Drops back to pass. He passes it. Complete. Number 1 with a takedown at the 31-yard line. He fired that ball in there.
Yeah, good execution there. Nice job of getting the first down on that pass.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. Boston College sets up in the I. They hand it off with a stiff arm. Tackle at the 25-yard line. The running back gives them 6 on the ground. Second and 4 coming up here. 10th play of this drive coming up. SMU lines up defensively in a 4-3. Number 2 steps back to pass. Rolls right. He gets rid of this one. It's third down and 4 to go. This is the 11th play of this drive. The Eagles come out in a shotgun. He unloads it, and it's caught. First down on the reception.
That was a nice play there. They knew exactly how much they needed for a first down, and they didn't try to do anything dangerous or sneaky out there.
It's first and 10. They're inside the 20. Ace backfield. Back to pass. He guns it to the left. Tipped away. The defense needed that one.
How about the move here by this cornerback? Great play that time, getting a hand on the football.
It's second down and 10 to go. 13th play of this drive coming up. Boston College comes out with an I formation. He lets it go. And he's tackled at the 6-yard line. And the defense got burned on the blitz that time. Number 20 lines up in the deep back, I formation. Number 2 back to throw. He fires left side. Swatted away. That pass was denied. SMU lines up in a dime defense here. He drops back. Lets it go. Complete. And he's stopped behind the line. They're backed up 8 yards on that play. That brings up third and goal. Ball on the 14-yard line. Boston College lines up with 3 receivers. Number 2 drops back to pass. He's looking. Rifles this one out to the left. Batted away. That one could have been an interception. It's 4th and goal. Ball on the 14-yard line. They'll call on the field goal unit here. The kick is up. And he got it. Boston College ready to kick this one off. Number 3 and number 21 set to return. Not a real deep kick, should be returned. Number 21 takes it at the 4. There's a flag down.
Got an inadvertent face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boston College lines up defensively in a 4-3. Number 2 gets the carry. And he's going to lose yards on this one. Loss of 2. Second down and 12. Ball on the 18. The Mustangs line up with 2 tight ends. Drops back to pass. He steps up. He rifles it to the left. And it's caught. Number 21 brings him down at the 25-yard line. And a pickup of about 7. It's 3rd down and 5 to go. Ball on their own 25. SMU goes with the ace set here. Number 7 options out to the right. Tries to shoot. And he's taken down at the 35-yard line. Nice running on the option there.
That was a spectacular option keeper there, and I'm going to tell you why. It looked like that play was going nowhere, but this quarterback made the right choice by holding on to the football.
You're right. Good heads-up play there by the QB.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. The defense will stack the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. He throws it, and it's knocked away. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. Needs to look at his progression and find the 2nd and 3rd receiver.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. 5th play of this drive coming up. SMU comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. A little handoff. Number 98 tackles him for a loss on the play. Well, that play sure didn't work.
Brad, this is a sensational play by the defense. They just charged in there, and they stuffed it.
3rd down and 12 to go. 6th play of this drive coming up. They come out in a nickel. Number 7, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's in trouble. Incomplete pass.
Holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
Fourth down and 12. Ball on their own 33. They line up to punt this one away. Number 84 signals for a fair catch. They'll get the ball here at the 34. Two tight end set.
First and 10.
Number 20, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 41. About 7 yards on that carry. Second and 3 coming up. Ball on their own 41. SMU lines up defensively in a 3-4. Flag down. And he's hammered down.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards, still second down.
After a quarter of play, our score is Boston College 3, SMU nothing. Now the teams have switched sides and we're ready for the start of the second quarter. It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. Number 2 comes to the line with 3 wide. Number 2 pitches out to the right. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. He spins around. Number 55 with a takedown at the 45. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job of reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. Number 2 with 3 wide receivers. Number 2 off the fake. Fires a bullet over the middle. What happened on that one, Kirk?
Well, I think he's trying a little bit too hard to make that perfect throw. Just step back, fire the football. Don't think so much about it.
So it's second and 10. Ball on the 45. Number 20 is the deep back as they line up in the eye. Nice spin move. Number 45 brings him down at the 45. Not much for the runner as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 coming up. Ball on the 45. They come out in a nickel. Number 2 steps back to pass. And he dropped it. Fourth and 10 coming up. Ball on the 45-yard line. Number 21 back to return it.
Number 21 back deep to return.
Number 21 calls for the fair catch. And they'll down it at the 2. And they've got a lot of field in front of them as they start this drive. I doubt they'll take any chances here. Shakes off a tackle. And they make the stop at the 4. They'll get 2 on that one. It's second down and 8 to go. Ball on the 4-yard line. 4-3 defense. He drops back. Lets it fly. Complete. He steps out at the 2-yard line. They're stopped 2 yards behind the line. It's third down and 10. They're deep in their own territory. And they cannot afford to turn the ball over here. They hand it off. Number 58 with a takedown at the 3-yard line. They don't pick up the first on that play.
Brad, that defense is saying, not so fast, my friend. You're not going to run that ball that easy.
Fourth down and 9. Ball on their own 3. Dangerous area to punt out of here. Let's see if they bring the heat. Number 84 signals for a fair catch. He hauls it in at the 40-yard line. And they'll look to capitalize on the good field position here. Number 20 lines up as a single back.
Put hot. Hot. Put hot. Hot.
Number 20 gets the carry. Number 9 brings him down at the 30. A 10-yard gain. Second and less than a yard. Ball on the 30. Three wideouts here. Number 20 on the give. And down he goes at the 25-yard line. A first down run by the tailback.
Anytime you have an aggressive defense like this, mixing in a draw play or two can soften them up a little.
First and 10. Ball on the 25. SMU brings in the nickel here. There's a play fake. He's looking for his man, and it's caught. The 5. Touchdown, Eagles. They hooked up for the big play.
The coaches do a good job of getting this receiver the ball. They designed plays specifically for him, like the one we just saw.
And the end results are huge chunks of yardage and touchdowns.
And he hits the PAT. Over 4 minutes remain in the second quarter, and our score is Boston College 10, SMU nothing. Boston College is ready to kick it away. Number 21 and number 3 back deep to return. Kicks it off. Number 3 fields it in the end zone. They'll go to work at the 21. The Mustangs come out in the ace formation. Number 7 back to throw. Throws it out there. Complete. Brought down at the 24. That pass play gets him roughly 3 yards. Second and 7. Ball on their own 24. Number 7 comes to the line with 3 wide. Number 2 takes a pitch, and they got him for a loss. They came with a blitz that time and got to the tailback for the loss. It's third down and 11 to go. Ball on their own 20. Number 2, alone in the backfield. Back to pass. He guns it to the left. And it's caught. Number 6 with a takedown at the 43. Oh, my, that long gain gives him a first down, Coach.
A first down and a nice pass play. Knowing you can convert on 3rd and long will open up your offense a little bit more on 1st and 2nd. Let's see what they do from here.
It's 1st and 10, ball on the 43. Boston College lines up defensively in a 3-4. Number 7 drops back. He passes it. Incomplete. There was not a soul open there.
He threw into double coverage because it was an obvious passing down, and the defense knew the pass was coming.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. This is the 5th play of this drive. Nickel defense. He's to the 50. Number 24 brings him down at the 46-yard line. That was a nice run.
Boy, he did a nice job of keeping his feet moving. Good, solid run.
It's 1st and 10. This is the 6th play of this drive. The Mustangs come out in a 2 tight end set. Here comes the pressure. He unloads it. Number 25 has it, and he's taken down at the 31. They pick up a few yards there on the pass.
And I'll tell you what, that fake handoff froze the secondary just enough to allow for the receiver to come up with a nice gain that time. Good call.
1st and 10. This is the 7th play of this drive. They come out with 4 linebackers. Little handoff. And he's going to lose yards on this one. Defensive lineman was in the backfield on that one. Second and 10. Ball on the 31. SMU goes with the ace set here. There's a penalty on the play. And he's tackled at the 23.
Got an inverted face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
The Mustangs call for a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. First and 10, ball on the 18-yard line. Boston College lines up with 5 defensive backs. Drops back to pass. Under heavy pressure. He lets it go. And it's complete for the touchdown. And did that play ever develop nicely?
It's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man off the line and then ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with just over a minute to go in the half, the score, SMU 7, Boston College 10. SMU to kick this one off. Number 5 and number 30 back ready to return. Here's the kick. Number 30 fields it at the 11. Gets past the tackler. They'll start this drive at the 29. SMU going with a 3-man front. Number 2 drops back to pass. Flag on the play. Going deep. Number 84 hangs on to it, and they finally bring him down at the 45.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
It's first and a mile. Ball on the 19. The Mustangs bring in their dime package. He fires left side, and he can't hang on to it.
Number 84, the intended receiver on the play.
Second and long. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Looking. Lets it go. Number 84 with a catch. Boston College calls a timeout, and they've got 2 remaining. It's first and 10. Ball on the 41. SMU comes out in a 3-4. He drops back. Under pressure. Number 35 with a takedown at the 50. Boston College takes a timeout, and they'll have 1 timeout left. Second and 1. Ball right around midfield.
On the 50-yard line.
Boston College lines up in a double tight set. Back to pass. He throws it. Number 89 makes the catch. Number 9 brings him down at midfield. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Number 2 drops to throw. Lets it fly. Complete inside the 30. He's hit and got away to the 10. Brought down at the 4-yard line. And that's the way you're supposed to play pitch and catch.
Absolutely. You know, this wide receiver is a difference maker. He's one of those players that has a chance to go the distance every time you get him the ball.
Number 2 steps back to pass. It falls incomplete. That looked like the same play they just called.
Yeah, it was. The defense was ready for it this time.
Looks like they're going to try to power this one in. On the ground, up the middle. Ball's loose. Number 2 with a recovery. Well, the offense almost gave it away.
Holding on to the ball is rule number 1 when it comes to running the football. That fullback should know better.
Drops back to pass. Looks. He's looking for his man. Number 87 has it. Boston College calls a timeout, and that was their last timeout. That'll bring up a 4th and goal. Ball on the 11-yard line. They're going to go for the easy 3 here. It's up. And it sails through the upright. And we've reached halftime here. The score at the break, Boston College 13, SMU 7. Second half just about set to get underway as the teams line up for the kick. Kicks it off. Number 3 takes it at the 4. He tries to spin. He didn't get much at all on that return.
Nope. When you see a team stuff a return like that, it usually gives their defense a little momentum to start to drive. We'll see if that happens here.
They'll take over at the 18-yard line. Boston College brings in the nickel here, throws it out there, and it's knocked away. And the safety got a hand on it that time. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 18. One man backfield. Here's the option left. He jukes him. And down he goes at the 19-yard line. He keeps it and picks up maybe a yard. Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on the 19. The Eagles line up in a nickel back. Number 7, back to pass. He's under pressure. He lets it go deep down the middle, and it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
4th down, and let me say one thing. This defense was up to the task that time in shutting down the pass play.
Yeah, they shut it down, and they got the 3 and out they were looking for.
4th and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 19. The drive stalls, and they'll have to punt it away. Number 19 punts it, and he didn't get much distance on it. Number 84 calls for the fair catch. Excellent field position to start the drive. Three wideouts here. Number 2 back to throw. He's looking deep down the left side, and it's caught to the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. It's another 100-yard receiving performance out there by one solid player.
So what else is new? This guy's capable of doing this game in and game out. He's that good.
That touchdown pass we're seeing again.
You betcha. He runs a good, clean route there, and the quarterback throws it to him with a lot of confidence. Good touchdown, guys.
And he tacks on the extra point. Boston College is ready to kick it away. He kicks it. Number 3 fields it in the end zone. They'll get the ball here at the 21-yard line. Boston College lines up in a dime defense here. Number 7 gives it up the middle. Spin move. Number 18 with a takedown at the 29. 8 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down and 2 to go. Ball on the 29. Boston College comes out in a 4-3. Number 7 hands off on the delay. He spins. Number 23 brings him down at the 30-yard line. A 1-yard gain by the halfback. Third and 1, ball on the 30. Boston College lines up defensively in a 4-3. Number 7 gives it up the middle, and he's taken down at the 31. And that's 3 and out.
And if you're the defensive coordinator, you deserve a pat on the back.
It is 4th down and inches. Ball on their own 31. They line up to punt this one away. Number 84 signals for a fair catch, and they make the fair catch at the 34-yard line. They'll go to work at the 34. Number 20 is the deep back as they line up in the I. They hand it off. Number 97 with a takedown at the 35. Maybe got 2 feet on the play. It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 35. Boston College comes out with an I formation. Handoff up the middle. And he's tackled at the 35. Couldn't get anything out of that.
No gain on the play.
Third and 9. Ball on the 35. They line up in a double tight set. He drops back. Steps up. He passes it, and he can't hang on to it. The big fella couldn't hang on to it that time.
No, he couldn't. I'm going to tell you exactly why. He's doing a little too much thinking out there. Sometimes you just got to go out there and have fun. That's what I'd tell him.
4th down and 9. Ball on their own 35. They line up to punt this one away. Number 21 calls for the fair catch. He hauls it in at the 29-yard line. They'll start this drive at the 29. Number 7 with 3 wide receivers. Number 44 brings him down at the 33-yard line. About 4 yards on that play. Second and 6. Ball on the 33-yard line. SMU comes out with 2 tight ends. Number 7 gives it up the middle. He's to the 40. Juke move. He's hit and got away. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 46. And he pulls off a great run.
Let me tell you something. This kid is a good running back, and I haven't seen moves like that since my high school prom, sweetheart.
Easy, Coach. You don't want to scare off any of our viewers.
1st and 10. Ball on the 46. The Mustangs come out in the H formation. Tackle at the 45. And he gets a yard on the run.
1 yard gain on the play.
It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 45. Number 2 lines up in a deep back, I formation. Handoff up the middle. Number 23 with a takedown at the 43. He plows ahead for a 2-yard gain. Third and 7 coming up here. 5th play of this drive coming up. Nickel defense. Number 7 hands off to the left. Number 19 brings him down at the 37. And he didn't get enough for the first.
Now, Brad, he's going to come up short here. The defense does a nice job of not allowing the ball carrier to get out into the open.
It's 4th down, a yard to go. Ball on the 37. Number 2 is the deep back as they line up in the I. Number 40 tackles him for a loss on the play. And that was a big stop defensively.
Yeah, they only needed a few yards here to keep the drive alive. Great job by the defense to shut them down.
They'll take over at the 38.
First and 10.
The Mustangs use a four-man front here. Back to pass. Looking. Rifles this one out to the left. Complete. Number 1 with a takedown at the 42. What do you think of this pass, Coach?
When you look at the replay here, the impressive thing about this pass is how quickly he gets the ball from point A to point B. That makes it tough on the old defense to react.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 42. The Mustangs come out in a 4-3. Number 20 takes the handoff. Number 46 brings him down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 2. It's second down and 8 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. They use 4 linebackers. Here's a counter play. Spins upfield. Number 4 with a takedown at the 35. The halfback gets the call and picks up 5. We've got 3rd and 3 here. Ball on the 35-yard line. Number 20 lines up in a deep back, I formation. On the ground, up the middle. Missed tackle. And he's taken down at the 26. And they get a nice gain on 3rd down.
Remember, we talked to the coach. He mentioned that he wanted to run the ball against this defense, and he felt that he may have some success. Well, they've had some success on that play.
It's first and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive. SMU comes out in a 4-3. Number 2 drops back. He unloads it, and it's caught. He spins around, and he's tackled at the 24. That play was going nowhere.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass and swarming to the receiver.
And that'll bring this quarter to an end. Folks, we've played 3, and our score is Boston College 20, SMU 7. They've switched sides, and these teams are all set to start the 4th and final quarter. It's second down and 8 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. Number 20 alone in the backfield. Number 20 on the inside handoff. Number 45 brings him down at the 20-yard line. They got 4 yards on that one. Third and 4. Ball on the 20-yard line. SMU lines up defensively in a 3-4. He rolls out to the right. Complete. Number 3 with a takedown at the 19-yard line. He didn't get the first down.
Hey, fantastic job by the defense there by not allowing to get any yards after the catch.
Fourth down and 3. Ball on the 19. Number 33 lines up for the field goal. The kick is up. And it sails through the upright. Boston College lines up for the kickoff. Number 21 and number 3 deep to return. Kicks it off. Number 3 takes it at the 4. They'll get the ball here at the 27-yard line. SMU lines up with 3 receivers. Number 7 gives it up the middle. Penalty marker on the field. Brought down at the 27.
Got an inverted face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Second down and 5. Ball on the 32-yard line. 4-3 defense. He drops back. He's in trouble. He lets it go. Batted away. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Third and 5. Ball on their own 32. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. Lets it go. And that one's fallen incomplete. He just let his wide out a little too much that time. Fourth down and 5. Ball on the 32. They line up to punt this one away. Didn't get all of that one. Number 84 signals for a fair catch. They'll go to work at the 39-yard line. Number 2 comes to the line with 3 wide. Number 2 drops back to pass. He throws it. And it's caught. And they make the stop at the 33. And the wideout gets a chance to show what he can do.
Oh, he sure does. And he doesn't disappoint either. Great athletic ability.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 33. SMU comes out in a 4-3. Number 20 takes a handoff. Nice spin move. He's at the 20. Number 45 brings him down at the 17.
Time and time again, you see the team that's winning is usually the team that's able to control the line of scrimmage. Here, they again get a nice push, and the result was a solid run.
First and 10. We'll see what they can do in the red zone. Boston College comes out with an I formation. Number 2 tosses to the left side. He's inside the 10, the 5. Number 27 with a takedown at the 3. What do you have for us, Coach?
I got rushing yards, 100 of them. That's what this player's done so far today.
You know, Coach, that's not too bad, is it?
You betcha. He's not done yet.
Let's see if they can take this one in for 6. Number 20 gets the carry. Number 45 brings him down at the 1-yard line. He gains a couple of yards on the carry. They've got all the big boys in for this one. Handoff up the middle, and they're in. Touchdown. The fullback bangs his way into the end zone there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of giving the fullback carries down near the goal line. He's so big. Who's going to stop him?
And you're right. Good play calling there by the coaches.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with just over 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is Boston College 30, SMU 7. Boston College is ready to kick it away. Number 21 and number 3 back to return. Kicks it off. Number 3 fields it at the 2. They'll start this drive at the 26. SMU goes with the ace set here. Number 7 on play action. Lets it fly. Number 21 knocks it away. And they do a good job at swatting that one away.
You're right, Brad. Excellent awareness by the defender to know where the football is and get his hand on it.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 26. The Eagles use a 4-man front here. Sheds that one. And he's tackled at the 30. A pickup of 4 on the play. Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 30. SMU sets up in the I. Drops back to pass. And he dropped it. It's 4th down and 6. Ball on their own 30. Kicking here is not an option. Number 7 steps back to pass. He's looking for his man. Incomplete. They went for it, but they were denied.
Well, that was a situation where they had to go for it.
I agree. They can't afford to let the other team hold on to the ball. The time is ticking away.
And they'll look to capitalize on the good field position here. Number 20 lines up as a single back. He drops back. Looks, throws it out there. And they couldn't hook up on that one. The wide receiver couldn't catch up to that ball.
And you know what? No one could have caught up to that one. He just misfired it.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 30. Boston College goes with the ace set here. He passes it. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. And for that young man, it's touchdown catch number 2.
Hey, this guy's really stepped up for his football team today.
Well, it's obvious the coach wanted to get him involved in the game plan. It looks like it was a pretty smart move, too.
They had some trouble defending that one, Coach.
Hey, this is just a great play by the offense, Brad. Watch that delivery. It doesn't get much better than that.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, Boston College 37, SMU 7. Boston College lines up for the kickoff. Number 21 and number 3 set to return. He puts it deep downfield. Number 21 fields it in the end zone. First and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Four-man front by the defense. They hand it off. Number 45 tackles him for a loss on the play. And they'll lose a yard there. Second and 11 coming up. Ball on the 19-yard line. Boston College lines up defensively at 4-3. Number 98 with a takedown at the 19-yard line. Not much for the runner as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Third and 11. Ball on their own 19. Number 2 alone in the backfield. He steps up. He goes downtown. And it's caught. Brought down at the 47-yard line. And they convert the third down with a long pass play.
You're right, Brad, and that was a long pass play. As a coach, you got to appreciate it when your players come out and perform like these kids are doing right now.
It's first and 10. Ball on their own 47. The Eagles bring in their dime package. He unloads it, and it's picked off. Here we go again. Interception by the defense.
Oh, man. Is there anything they can salvage at this point, Coach?
Not much, except maybe put in some younger players to get some game experience. This game is over.
First and 10. Ball on their own 47. SMU comes out in a 3-4. Number 20 on the inside handoff. He jukes. And down he goes at the 48-yard line. A 5-yard gain. It's second down and 5 to go. Ball on the 48. High formation here. On the ground, up the middle. They'll bring him down at the 43. And a good pickup on the ground.
That run now gives them another set of downs to work that clock down.
First and 10. Ball on the 43. Boston College sets up in the I. Handoff up the middle. He tries to spin, and he's taken down at the 33-yard line. Great run by the tailback.
On that play, the defense looked a little overmatched there. They just got swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
It's first and 10. Fifth play of this drive coming up. Number 20 is the deep back as they line up in the I. They hand it off. He's at the 20, and they make the stop at the 17-yard line.
And remember one thing that this coach said. They will force it down this defense's throat until they prove that they can stop it.
First and 10. Sixth play of this drive coming up. Boston College comes out with an I formation. Number 4 tackles him for a loss on the play.
This is a great example of how to defend the run. Here the fullback has nowhere, and I mean nowhere to run.
Yeah, nice job by these guys. They can be very sound defensively.
It's second down and 11 to go. This is the 7th play of this drive. The Eagles line up in an I formation. Number 97 brings him down at the 10. This one's in the books, folks. Kirk, what'd you think of this one?
Well, I think intimidation may have played a factor in this game today. SMU came into this one a little timid, worrying too much about what their opponent was going to do and not executing their own game plan. Once they fell behind, they really seemed to lose their focus, and then it just got really ugly.
Well, that'll wrap up another chapter in NCAA football 2003. And again, our final score, Boston College 37, SMU 7. So for Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying goodbye, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.